I I told y'all I was gonna do this, and I got to. This is my review of Transformers. Because you guys haven't seen, I put up a video yesterday talking about this Transformers franchise really suck, and basically, in my mind, I really enjoy it. I think people who don't like Transformers franchise aren't going to like. If you don't like one movie, I think they compare all the movies and feel the same way about all of them. But people who actually like them can tell you the best parts of which movie and which movies is best from best to worst from you know what I'm saying out of the five. And so that's why I'm doing a review of pretty much all the Transformers. And we starting out with the first one, Transformers, which I said Transformers like 7 times in the first opening thing. But Transformers is the very first one, the one that's universally, or I guess for the most part, the one people like the most. You know, people say, "Oh, the first one's okay." You know, first one's pretty good. And so this is the review of it. You pretty much know the story with her. Sam Witwicky, you know, he's a kid in school who's trying to get some money so he can buy a car. Car turns out to be a goddamn Transformer. Listen, Transformers is funny. I'm cool with Megan Fox. I have no problem with Megan Fox in this. I feel like she's pretty much like eye candy, but at the same time, you understand her character too, because like she grew up like this, and it's a reason she liked the kind of people she liked. I feel like it was a lot more to the character than people gave her credit for. Sam, now Shia LaBeouf's character Sam is pretty eccentric, and he's kind of weird. He seems to over exaggerate. He's a very animated character, but let's be honest. How would you react if, first of all, first thing you see is somebody stealing your car? Then you see your car turn into a robot. Then the car comes back. Are you not, whatever you tell people gonna sound completely stupid regardless. Like, it doesn't really matter how you talk to them. And my we all know the whole story about the first Transformers, like the all spark and them trying to keep it away from Megatron. Megatron being here for, I don't know, the past 80 years, which one thing I will admit, the Transformers films, a lot of times forget what happened before them, the happened in the film before them, but that's another thing. We just introduce them to the Transformers and how they can scan cars and turn into them, and these big huge robots that come from the planet Cybertron. And maybe if you wasn't familiar with the cartoon when you was younger, maybe you might not get all these things, but I feel like it was a very simple premise, and you have the people at Sector 7 who investigate things like this, and then they take it to account. Now, you can say what you want to say, but that very first scene in Transformers, not the very first scene, but the scene in which they touch down and they're pretty much attacking the U.S. base, that shit is dope as hell. The scene in the sand with like Colonel Lennox and Tyrese's character Epps, all of them were being attacked by the sand transformer. That was dope as hell. Like the fight scenes. I'm sorry, but you cannot tell me Transformers 1 is not good in one way or another. It has some fun stuff. The moments were pretty. One moment I just kind of thought was like just doing that was when Bumblebee peed on the guy from Sector 7. I used to see more Simmons from Sector 7. That kind of was like just throwing it down. Some of that has some cheap comedy, but it's kind of what you expect. Like, I don't know exactly what you expect. I didn't think it was gonna be like this big serious ass movie. And now some of the Transformers, like Jazz, kind of like, yo, like, how the fuck why is he a black guy? He's black. We all know Jazz is black. Yeah, his name is Jazz, and then he's like, but they pick up their knowledge from and their language from like the World Wide Web, and I'm pretty sure Jazz will listen to like a hip hop station. That's just what it is. I'm pretty sure he said the N word a couple times. Said N word. I'm pretty sure he said nigga a couple times. But it's a very fun film to watch from like beginning to end. see the problem with the first one. I think, and that's why I think a lot of people like the first one, because it's a simple premise. You understand it. Don't understand how the AllSpark went from this big ass thing though to this small little box. But I'm not gonna trip because you gotta think about it. Some of the Transformers can be like super small cars and they get bigger. I don't know. And another thing I didn't know is like how they all look like just regular robots, but when they get to Earth, they become different looking robots. Also, the fact that when Optimus is in truck form, the truck has no scratches, but when he turns into like battle ready Optimus, it has a whole bunch of scratches. Yeah, I never noticed that either. Oh, I never understood that either. But Transformers is fun. The ending, I don't like how. I like how they treated Megatron, making him being like the ultimate badass. Don't like that they killed him off. How they did because they made Optimus look weak. Optimus, a lot of times in these movies, look weak. And the first one, he pretty much gets his ass whooped by Megatron, which is something we see a lot. It's like, wait, today's my day, Optimus. I'm with you, and then Optimus sometimes have his days where he can fight like three Decepticons at once. It's bonkers, but very fun film. I really enjoyed the first Transformers. So I see you guys tomorrow for my review of Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen, which is, oh my god, that is probably one of my least favorite ones. So just come back tomorrow and check that out. Hit the comment down below what you thought about the first Transformers. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews and other things. I'll catch up with y'all later.